إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah Azza wa Jalla for making it possible for us to be among those who observe fasting today. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla, may He grant us acceptance. Today being the 10th day of the month of Ramadan, 1445 years after the hijrah of our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which correspond to the 20th of March year 2024. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla, may He accept all of our ibadat in this month of Ramadan. Today happened to be the general iftar, the public iftar, and also question and answer as regards what we have been learning all this while in Suratul Ahzab, so that it can also serve as a form of evaluation of what we have been learning. Let's try as much as we can to confine our questions to the surah that is the subject of discussion. Let's try to restrict our question to that, but there is no problem. If you have any question disturbing you, you may ask. If perhaps we have had the answer to that question from our ulama, we will report it to you, inshallah. And if we do not know or we have never had it, we will not hesitate to tell you our lack of knowledge in regards to that, inshallah. We are going to be giving preference to questions that are written on paper. It is until we cannot find questions on paper, then we move to questions that are asked orally, inshallah. So if you want your question to be answered on time, it is better you put it down in writing, so that we can attend to it first. Else you will have to wait till when we attend to, because some of these questions are not written today. Some of them were written before today. Although I'm just getting to know some of them today. Now, the first question that is written here, it says, regarding the verse that was quoted in Suratul Ahzab, wa azwajuhu ummahatuhum, bimana, it was mentioned in this surah, and we discussed it extensively, that the mother of the believers, the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all of them are considered as mothers of the believers. Now the person is asking, what is the ruling on someone who believes that people like the Shia, who disrespected and defamed the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, especially our mother Aisha, are not kuffar, but only believes that what they are doing is not good. As in, he doesn't blame them or hate them at all. I hope we understand the question. The person is asking that Allah Azza wa Jalla has already declared in the Quran that the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are the mother of the believers. Now, what about somebody who do not believe that, especially the Shia, who used to disrespect the wife of the Prophet ﷺ and make a lot of accusations? He does not believe that they are kuffar. I'm sure the person is asking what is the ruling concerning them, because he's asking what is the ruling concerning such people. Number one, we must know that the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are mother of the believers, as it has already been stated clearly in the Quran. Wa azwajuhu ummahatuhum. And it is not their mother as the one who gave birth to them, but in the way they care for the ummah, they are in the manzila, they are in the status of a mother to the ummah. Just like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is in the status of a father, or even more than a father, to the believers, as we have mentioned in the past. Now, if, for example, somebody now refuse to acknowledge this verse, or refuse to respect the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, who refuse to honor them, instead he accused them and he blames them, there is no doubt that these people who have done so has committed kufr, because that is rejecting a clear message from Allah Azza wa Jalla. If, for example, the person is specifically targeting Aisha radiallahu anha, Allah Azza wa Jalla has declared the innocence of Aisha radiallahu anha. So for that reason, that person is going against a clear text, which renders him an unbeliever. But before declaring such ruling, there is a need for you to establish the proof against such individual. Perhaps this particular individual is not aware of this fundamental information in the Quran. It is possible he might have been influenced by doubts from the doubters. It is possible he might have gotten wrong information regarding the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is possible he is new to Islam and he does not know much about Islam. So he needs to be educated. And if after the proof has been explained to him and he still refuses, then there is no doubt that this person is a kafir. And no one doubts such kufr of such person, except that that person also becomes a kafir as well, because he is doubting that which Allah Azza wa Jalla has already revealed in the Quran. But if this particular individual is such that he is excused, maybe, for example, he is not one who is learned, he doesn't know, he's an ignorant fellow, or perhaps where he is living amongst the Shia and they have influenced him negatively. So it is possible that some Muslims may give him an excuse based on what they know of such individual. So because of that, they refuse to make takfir of him. So for that reason, you will not say that For the fact that they refuse to make takfir on them, so they have also become a kafir. And mind you, it is not all Shia that goes against the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but majority of them does, and some of them hide without coming publicly. So you deal with the people based on what they show to you. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla, may He grant us understanding. The second question was asked here. He said, it's a very long note. He said, Assalamu alaikum. My question is, can a sister go for family planning against her husband's will? Because when you were admonishing the sisters about their seriousness about their deen, you say that the sisters are busy giving birth to children, and I couldn't understood whether a sister can get pregnant without the help of the husband. I am asking this question because I am a witness to so many situations whereby the wife will be the one to ask the husband to allow her do family planning so that she can rest a bit. And the husband will be like, who is housing who? You or me? So I want to know if having so many children is only a wife's fault. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. It is not a fault if you decide to have 15 children. Do you understand? I don't know how we understood what I said the other time. I was not blaming the sisters for having children. No. I was blaming them for not placing priorities. Right. That's what I mean. So if a sister decides to have 20 children, please go ahead. You are doing a very good favor for the Ummah. So long you can cater for those children, no problem. I hope you understand. I hope you understand, sisters. So don't say that Amir is supporting sisters for having plenty children. No. You can be giving birth to children every 1 year, no problem. So long as it will not cause any problem to you. It will not be detrimental to you. Some of you are shouting. Some of you are not giving birth to every 1 year. It is not haram. You can even give birth after 9 months myself. Yes, it's possible. Immediately after you give birth, after your what's it called? Nifas, you have another baby again. After 7 to 8 months, you deliver. It's a blessing. So if you want to have plenty children, please do not restrict yourself because of what I said. That is not what I mean. What I mean is not setting priorities. Now, the question is, this sister is saying that I've already answered the first question. It is not your fault if you are having children. Neither is it your husband's fault as well. It is nobody's fault. It's Allah that sent the children. Do you understand? You can meet with your wife, you can meet with your husband severally, and if Allah decides not to bring children, children will not come. So it's Allah that brings children. So don't blame anybody. I heard some brothers will be blaming their wives for getting pregnant, as if the wife is the one that impregnated herself. You zip up if you don't want. Or some wife will be blaming their husband. No. But if there now be the case that it is for a particular reason that is shariatically accepted, both parties decided that they want to go for family planning, and it is such a family planning that there won't be any adverse effects, Then the ulama said there's no problem. But you should have it at the back of your mind. Your family planning cannot stop the qadar of Allah. How many sisters have done family planning in this village? They later end up burning trees. You understand? Some sisters are doing family planning now. I pray may Allah give you trees. You did not say amen. Don't be scared. Allah Azza wa Jalla will take care of your children for you. So the issue of this family planning is causing some problem in some homes. Please and please, if your husband said don't do family planning, don't do family planning. You understand? But you can actually continue to make him understand reasons why some decision has to be taken. Maybe perhaps your health is in danger, because you know when women continue to give birth serially, their womb become what? It becomes weak. It becomes weak. So and sometimes even from the hospital, they will advise the couples to rest. So in that case, it is reasonable and intelligent enough that the husband should allow in that case. Then if it is going to be detrimental to her health that she continues to deliver and the husband is not understanding, she can seek divorce. She can seek divorce, or better still, reports to those people who will be in the position to speak to the husband. I hope we understand that. Wallahu ta'ala. Somebody is asking a question here. He said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May Allah preserve you upon the truth. Ameen. The Quran mentions that a child born should bear his father's name and not the one who adopted him. My question is this: if the father of the child is not known, the case of a child found lonely, what surname is the child going to bear if he needs to enroll in a school or fill in a form that requires surname? I hope you understand the question. A child is found in the street because there are so many women that are giving birth, unwanted pregnancy, and when they give birth, they can go and stay in a place, have their belly shoot out, then after they deliver this, they return back to their original residence without you even knowing that they even got pregnant. They will throw the baby away. They throw the baby away. A child that is a blessing that many people are actually seeking, they throw the child away. Unfortunately, it happens. Now, some people now went and picked the baby. Nobody knows the genealogy of this particular child. You understand? Nobody knows. Nobody even knows the name of the baby itself. So what name are we going to give the baby? Allah Azza wa Jalla said, Udu'uhum li'abaihim huwa aqsatu inda Allah. Fa in lam ta'lamu aba'uhum fa ihwanukum fid dini wa mawalikum. Wa laysa alaykum junahum fima akhtatum bihi walakin ma ta'ammadat qulubukum. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, call them by their father's name. And if you do not know their father's name, because calling them by their father's name is closer to justice, so that you will not begin to bear another person's name. Now we are in a place whereby you are taking a child to school. They will say you should write the name of the child, the full name of the child. So which name is the child going to bear? Since we are told that the child should not bear our own name, that we should call them by their father's name. Wallahu ta'ala alam. In this particular case, we are going to ask our ulama and they will give us a befitting answer. We will return back to with the answer to us, inshallah. Wallahu ta'ala alam. Then the question is asked, Assalamu alaikum, Ya Sheikh Fadil. I'm not a sheikh. You understand? So if you are addressing me as a sheikh, I don't know which type of sheikh is that. I'm not an old man, even though if I'm looking like an old man already. So I'm not a sheikh. If you say a teacher, I can say I'm a teacher. Yes, of course I teach. In the case of paying for the missed fast, who those people that can help one pay the fast if the one owing the fast is not that strong enough to pay the shukr? This person is asking that in regards payment of fast, you are not able to pay the fast you are owing because you are not strong enough to pay them. Now he's asking who will be able to help you to pay on your behalf. There is nothing like somebody assisting another person to pay fasting while that person is alive. You'll be the one to pay your fasting. Then if, for example, you have a situation of sickness, as in the case of this person said, you are not strong enough, perhaps you are sick. It is either the sickness is temporary or it is a permanent sickness. Temporary sickness in the sense that after some time, the sickness could go. Maybe after 1 month, the sickness has gone and you become okay, then you have to fast. I hope we get that. You have to fast. But if it is a sickness that you are not hoping for any healing, it's a sickness that you don't even know when it is going to happen, when you are going to get yourself. For example, stroke. Which other example can we give? Cancer, chronic ulcer. It's a sickness that you don't know when you are ever going to be free from. Then in this case, you do fidya. So there's not like somebody else paying for you while you are alive. But if you are dead, and you are owing fasting that you are meant to pay, which you are negligent of and you are unable to pay it, then the wali should pay for that person. Because the debt of Allah is more deserving that it should be paid for. I hope we understand that. So there is nothing like somebody paying for the fasting of another person while he is alive. So you have to be the one to pay. Whenever you are okay, you pay it. But if you will not be okay as a result of the sickness, the nature of the sickness, then all you just need to do is to do fidya, you do kafara for the missed fasting. You feed the miskin, that is the poor people. Allah Ta'ala add. I hope that answers the question. Okay, the next question somebody is asking is this. Assalamu alaikum, Ya Amir. Number one, in a situation when a person's father is unknown, whose name will he bear? That is in his credentials. I think I've already, similar to the question I said we're going to answer. The number two says, what is the ruling on women bearing her husband's name in Islam as a result of Western culture? A woman should bear her name. There's no need for her to change her name. So bear your your father's name. In the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, despite the fact that Aisha radiallahu anha was married to the best of mankind, up to today she's still been addressed as who? Aishatu bint Abu Bakr Siddiq. Aishatu bint Abu Bakr Siddiq. So bearing your husband's name is a camouflage, and it comes with a lot of problems. When you begin to bear your husband's name and all your credentials are already leading your husband's name, perhaps you were bearing your father's name before, because you now married that man, you now have to go and change all your credentials. You have to go and do changing of name, affidavit and all of that. What if your husband dies and you have to remarry? Or what if there is no even death and there is divorce and you have to remarry? You have to go and change again. What if you still marry another one? You continue to change. Who sent you with all this problem? Why not just bear one single name? So let everybody bear their ancestral name. That you love your husband should not mean that you begin to bear his name. It is from Western culture we get all of this. So bear your father's name. And this could also lead to a lot of issues. When you begin to bear your husband's name and everything you owe is now in the name of your husband, issues may come tomorrow. Your husband may decide to oppress you. He will snap all that you get, and you may not be able to fight back, because everything is in his name. Is that not so? Everything is in his name. So please, sisters, return back to your father's name. I know it is love. Another question. Wallahu ta'ala alam. Another question said, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. You said one cannot inherit from his father if his father is a disbeliever. I'm not the one that said that. It's the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My question is, if you see most of our father's properties are inherited from their father, who are idolaters, and we too happen to inherit it from our father. So in this case, what should we do? If your father is an idolater, don't inherit from him. Simple as that. If your father is an idolater, don't inherit from him. And
what is saying that the grandfather is an idolater, and the father now inherits from the grandfather. Now, if the father should die, traditionally he inherits from his own father, who is not a believer.
Your father's property is what you are inheriting from, not your grandfather. If we're supposed to continue doing that, that means this principle will have to be cancelled. So look at your father and stop looking at your grandfather. Do you understand? Because your grandfather's property is his property. Your father's property belongs to him. You know your grandfather's property, your uncle has hand inside. All his own children, they are also there. It's not only your father that is there. So, but your father's property, it is your own. Do you understand? So let us not begin to do some kind of mathematics that will make things complicated. So the Prophet ﷺ said, a believer should not inherit from an unbeliever, neither should an unbeliever inherit from a believer. You have a child that doesn't pray. He has denounced Islam. He's a Christian. Tell the child that if I die, 1 naira, you will not get from my property. Simple as that. And if your father died upon kufr, even his dead body, nothing concerns you about his dead body. Tell his people to come and bury them. If it is masquerade that your father used to do, go and call the masquerade people and stop looking for imam that will come and pray for him. Because no imam is going to pray for him. Because your father is not a Muslim. You understand? If they are church goers, tell their church member to come and bury them. Go and inform them, say, una member don't die. But before then, do your best to make sure that they are upon Islam, so that they can receive your intercession on the day of Qiyam. Wallahu ta'ala. Another question is saying here, he said, Assalamu alaikum ya Amir, regarding the tawakkul, what if you have that tawakkul, tawakkul, and you are feeling sick, and based on your tawakkul, you refuse to take medical treatment, and you now die due to your tawakkul, what will be the judgment? Then you die based on ignorance. You die based on ignorance because you have done that which is not the practice of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah may punish you. Allah may punish you. Can you understand Islam more than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You can't understand Islam more than the Prophet. That is why we are asked to follow him. That is why we are asked to follow him. Ittabi'u wa la tabtadi'u faqad kufitum. You should follow and do not innovate, because what is there for you is sufficient for you. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he takes medical treatment. He takes medical treatment. So where are you from? That you say that you now understood tawakkul. Who is the master of tawakkul? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My people say, Yonu Rosu. He said when a mad person died, now a madness killer. So practice Islam with what? Basira. Don't practice Islam based on hawa. That is why when that person told the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the Prophet told him to tie his camel, he said, I leave it for Allah. I have tawakkul. The Prophet said, no. Tie it and have trust in Allah. So tawakkul does not mean that you become careless. Look at the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Despite the fact he is a master of tawakkul, the people of Ahzab attacked Medina. What did he do? He dig the trench. Then after the trench, if they describe for you how the Prophet used to go to battle, the armor that the Prophet used to put on, if you are not strong, you cannot carry it. The armor. So this kind of people, we say that it is lack of tawakkul when you put on armor. President will put on helmet, except if your sword is very, very sharp, you cannot penetrate it. Khalid bin Walid, radiallahu anhu, him and his battalion, the way they used to dress, you cannot see any part of their body. Every part of their body is filled with armor. So are you now going to say that they do not have what? Tawakkul. You are going to war now, they now distribute bulletproof vest for everybody. You now say, no, me, I don't need bulletproof vest. If Allah says you should die, you die. If Allah says you should not die, you don't die. He will not even last 5 minutes, they don't already kill you. So, al-ahazu bil asbab min at-tawakkul. Taking hold of the means is part of tawakkul. Is part of trusting in Allah. And I give you an example when we're talking about tawakkul. The Prophet said that لَوْ أَنَّكُمْ تَتَوَكَّلُونَ حَقَّ تَوَكُّلِهِ لَرَزَقَكُمْ كَمَا يَرْزُقُ الطَّيْرَ تَغْدُو حِمَاسًا وَتَرُوهُ بِطَانًا. The Prophet said, look at the definition of tawakkul the Prophet gave. The hadith being you trusted Allah as he should be trusted. As he should be trusted. Meaning the height of tawakkul. The height of tawakkul. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ Our husband. If you trust Allah as He should be trusted, haqqa tawakkuli, la razaqakum, Allah will be providing for you. So does it now mean that you now see that you not go to work and you say that that is tawakkul? No, He said, kama yarzuqu tayra, as He provides for the bird. How did He provide for the bird? Did the bird just stay down in its nest, waiting for Allah's manna and salwa? No. What did He do? Tagudu himason. Tagudu himason. He went out in search of food with empty belly. Then Allah now provided for the animal, for the bird. And what now happened? Wataruhu bitona. He came back with filled belly. That is tawakkul. Al-ahzu bil asbab min at-tawakkul. Holding on to means is from tawakkul. And if you do not understand it like this, then you will now kill yourself as a result of tawakkul. Allah may punish. That is why you do not use ignorance to do this thing. I hope you understand. Wallahu ta'ala. So can we do janaza for a person, Muslim, who died while performing unwanted acts, for example, fornication, or coming out from a native doctor? Can we do janaza for such Muslim? Let's answer this question in general form, then we answer specifically. In general form, he said that can we pray for a Muslim who died upon performing unwanted act? So long as he's a Muslim, he must be prayed over. We have to pray for him. If he's a Muslim, we have to pray for him. Irrespective of whatever sin he commits, it is part of his right that we pray for him. I hope you understand. But who will pray for him? If he is such a person like the people that have been described here, performing unwanted acts, and that is what he died upon, then the big imam in the community should not step forward to pray for him. Let some guys be called upon to go and pray for him. Some guys to go and pray for him, so that it will be a deterrent for anybody who will take that footstep. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whenever somebody is owing debt, Rasulullah sallam will ask, is this person owing? And they say yes. It is either that person they will pay up his debt before he will agree to pray for him, or somebody will have to stand that the debt has been transferred to him, which he is going to pay on this also time. The Rasulullah will agree to pray. Else the Prophet will leave. He will not pray for such individual. He will leave and he will say, pray for your companion. Then the ulama deduce from this that if this is the case to the one who is owing debt, in order to discipline the society not to allow debt to be hanging, what now happened to the one who is committing open sin? So this is what the ulama had to say. So you can just call some, people who are not too honorable in the society, let them pray for them. Now the question that was, the example that was given, there's still another one. The example that was given, the example that was given is issue of fornication. Perhaps he died on top of a woman that is not his wife. What I said just now will apply to him. You can just call some people like him to teach them how to lead people in prayer. Let them go and do it. so that it will be a lesson for others. Then the second example is not very clear. He said native doctor. I don't understand what is the meaning of native doctor. So if you say native doctor, it can mean a lot of things. So, but let me assume that you are talking about a sahir, a magician, or somebody who deals with sihr, with magic. So he is coming out from a native doctor, or he is one who visited a native doctor and he now died while coming out of that place. Now we will ask, what is he doing at the native doctor? Could it be that he went there to pray, to preach for the native doctor? We will have to perhaps look beyond that. Could it be that the native doctor is his relative and he went to check on him? We will have to answer such question. Or could it be that he actually went there to go and browse? Not the meaning of browse. Went there to check what is going on, and he believed it. Then in this case, this person has removed the rope of Islam from his neck. The Prophet Islam said, "Man ata kahinan, fasaddaqahu bima yaqulu, faqad kafara bima unzila ala Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam." Whoever goes to a fortune teller and believes in what the fortune teller had to tell him, then he has disbelieved in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the one who is known to be a customer to native doctor, babalawo, or soothsayers, fortune tellers, magicians, this person, when he dies, leave him to the babalawo man to come and carry his dead body. It's not your dead body. The same thing with some of the people that will join Ogboni, cultists. They join cults. You know, some cultists, when you die, they will come and carry your corpse. They will say they will be the one to. So if you know your father to be such a person, or any relative to be such a person, warn that person before the death comes. Not after that person has died, you will be looking for Imam to come and pray for him. We will not pray for him. Let the Ogboni people carry their property. I hope you understand. Allah Ta'ala Alam. So that is that. Even if somebody is even committing bid'ah, and it's a bid'ah that is so, so great, that has reached the level of kufr, when they die, we don't pray for them. Especially the one who has believed in Tariqa to Tijaniya. You understand? And he believes in all what the principle of Tijaniya comes to spell out. When they die, we don't go there. We can only go and pay condolence. We don't do janaza on them. Because they die upon Tariqa other than the Tariqa to Muhammadiyya. Because the fundamental principle of Tariqa to Tijaniya is not Islamic. It's not Islamic. That is why one of them related to their Muridi that if I were to tell you that Sheikh Tijani called his best students, that if I were to tell you the Hakika to Tijaniya, the reality of Tijaniya, you will be the first person to make takfir on me. His own best student too. So that is why when they die, we leave their wahala for them. Don't go and begin to hustle for dead body. Because sometimes if your father is also their member, once your father died, they are also coming for their dead body. So allow them to carry the dead body. Don't go and begin to hustle. Say you come and call us. Say no, come pray for your Tijaniya father. We will tell you the honest truth. Go and meet the Tijaniya malams to come and carry the Tijaniya father. It's as simple as that. Wallahu ta'ala alam. You wanted to say something like that?
Was there no hadith that talks about one who is committed fornication is not a Muslim?
The hadith did not say he's not a Muslim. He said he's not a believer. Yes, that's what the hadith said. You said the hadith said he's not a Muslim. I said the hadith never said that the person committing fornication at the time he's committing fornication is not a Muslim. What the hadith stated is that he's not a believer. So there is manzila, there is 3 levels in this deen. Maratibud din, salas. 1, Islam. 2, Iman. 3, Ihsan. So somebody could be a Muslim but is not a believer. Somebody who is praying, although his prayer is not really, sometimes he prays, sometimes he doesn't pray. He's still a Muslim, but he's not in the level of believer. He drinks alcohol sometimes. So there is level. So somebody could be a Muslim, but he's not a believer. That is why when those Arab people, they came to the Prophet ﷺ and they said that, Amanna. What did Allah say to them? Lam tu'minu. Rather, you should say Aslamna. Walam yaduhulul iman fi qulubikum. So rather you should say we are Muslim because Iman has not penetrated your heart. I hope you understand. So that is what it means. So the person is a fornicator or fornicator is still a Muslim. That is why even if somebody is caught fornicating and he needs to be had needs to be done on him, maybe perhaps he needs to be stoned to death. After they stone him to death, they will still pray over him. As it happens in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, as narrated in Umdatul Ahkam. After that woman was what? Was stoned to death. That woman that came on her own to come and confess to the Prophet ﷺ that I fornicated. The Prophet ﷺ was stalling the punishment until he has no option than to execute the punishment on the woman. Because he continued to tell the woman to go back. Maybe you do not understand what happened. He said, I come back. I said, I understand. So when they were stoning the woman, some of the companions spitted on the woman. You dirty fornicators. Rasulullah said, don't do that. That if they were to share the tawbah of this woman to the residents of Medina, it will be sufficient. And after, she was prayed for. Because this one has already seek for tawbah. Allahu Ta'ala. This one says, you said that the messenger's wife are the mother of the woman. Quran said that. What about Hawa? Who is Hawa? Is this Sister Humaira? Okay, Hawa, the wife of Nabi Adam. Who told you her name is Hawa? Okay, let's assume that her name is Hawa, so that we will not argue much. And what do you want to know about her? You say, what about Hawa? What happened to her? Is she also our mother? Yes, now, you know what may be your mother. Is your mother now? Is the mother of the whole human being, whether Kafiri or Muslim. But the mother of the believers are who? The mother of the believer. The wife of the Prophet, they are the mother of the believer. So our mother, the wives of the Prophet, they are not mother of Ojatoho and the Adambara also, and the Jagodas. They are the mother of people like us, those who have accepted Islam. So other than those people, our mother is not the mother of a kafir. That's why they call them mother of the believers. I hope we understand that. Wallahu ta'ala. This one said that, Assalamu alaikum Ustadh, if someone divorces his wife and his wife is on her iddah to talaq, unfortunately at the process, the husband now died. Is wife still going to do the iddah to wafat? Explain please. Jazakallah khairan. This person is asking that somebody divorced the wife. After you divorce your wife is now on iddah. While she's on her iddah, suddenly you now die. Maybe after like 2 months or so, you now die. Now this person is asking what should be done. Is it that this person is only going to complete her talaq, her iddah to talaq or iddah to wafat? I don't know. I've heard it before, but I can't recall. So I wouldn't want to say that which I'm not sure. Wallahu ta'ala alam. We are having like 3 minutes. If there's any oral question, we can attend to oral question. Let's move to the Dawah Chairman. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Now,
if someone is found very active when he's, when he is in the company of gisting, making noise, chatting. But the moment you pick a speaker, you say saying Alhamdulillah, you say doing what you just think of, and you just let out. So what should be, and what is the case of this kind of person? Is it normal? That's, if a couple of people.
Let me check first who are those that are sleeping. I hope that the Dawah Chairman is not actually talking about someone. In the case of children, it is normal. In the case of children, it is normal. You see, children are always happy when they are talking. People are not seriously, But it is not normal when an adult have this kind of habits. So we should assist such individual. Whenever he's sleeping, you tap the person. Get up. It could also be that if it is not part of his habit and it is something that he just done occasionally, perhaps you will have to know what actually made him to sleep. Perhaps maybe he was very, very tired. He came back. You understand? But if it is something that is reoccurring, it is satanic influence. And brothers are fond of that. You understand? That they can gist for 2 hours, but once you just say, in Alhamdulillah, some will even be snoring. So we should assist such individual. It is satanic influence. Wallahi. We shouldn't be like that. Somebody is asking, can we do janaza for a person? We have done this one before. Okay, is there any sisters? Okay. Now.
My question is two.
Okay.
The number one is in the last.
Sorry, as for those 2 questions that I was unable to answer, inshallah, tomorrow we will answer it after our tafsir, after I've asked, inshallah.
The previous tafsir was that there's nothing wrong hearing your grandfather's name.
Yes.
I know you have traces from the first person, which is the Can I hear his name? That is number one question. The number 2 question is this. It is to seek clarification. Is it actually compulsory that one must take this, should I say, medicine because I see that what people now take nowadays, when you say you don't want to take medicine, they believe that it is all medicine you are talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are not sick and somebody bring prophetic medicine for you or and you say that you will not take it. But when you just say the medicine they are talking about that you should take is the medicine. The next thing they will say, you should take medicine. Like that. So
what is your question? So what is the question? That is it compulsory to take? Okay, that is the question. Okay, the first question is what can we bear our maybe Adam's name, since we can also bear the name of our grandfather? What happened to your papa? What happened to your father's name? Is it that you did not know your father's name? What happened to your father's name? You understand? So it is better that you follow it up from the way it is, not jumping, so that we can be able to trace, because we did not jump from Adam. You understand? So that you can be able to trace your genealogy. Look at the Prophet ﷺ is the son of Abdullah, the son of Abdul Muttalib, the son of who? Hisham, the son of who? Abdul Manaf, who? Can't really remember again. Abdul Manaf, the son of Kilab, Abi. So you must start it from, going up. Why would you leave your father's name and you go and choose Prophet Adam? Something is wrong. It's either you hate your father or you hate your grandfather, or you hate the father of your grandfather. And then if you hate your father, hate everybody. Even if your father is a kafir, you must bear his name. If your father is Jagoda, you are now Hamza ibn Jagoda. Even if the name is not a better name. You understand? Hamza ibn Ohikere. You understand? Hamza ibn Ojo or Hamza ibn Dada. Your father's name is your father's name. Now the second question is, bearing your mother's name. What happened to the father? They didn't know the father. If you did not know the father and it is the mother, you can bear your mother's name, no problem. Yes, it's possible. Today, where we have children who go and collect belle and they don't even know who is going to impregnate them. So their children will bear their mother's name. You understand? So they will now be having Hamza, the son of Miriam. Now the second question he asks is it compulsory to take Oyibo medicine? Then the question we ask you is, what is wrong with Oyibo medicine? If something is wrong with Oyibo medicine, then don't take it. If there is nothing wrong with Oyibo medicine, take it. Yes, I'm aware that some people actually do not prefer taking some of these orthodox drugs because of what they might have had. If indeed it is true, and you resort to natural medicine, even natural medicine has side effects. Natural medicine has side effects. That is why it also has dosage as well. You cannot just take any abu and you just be rushing it inside your belly anyhow. You might even end up, you die. So there is also dosage, how you should take it. The same way with the orthodox medicine, that is why you are asked not to abuse drugs. Do you understand? That's why you are asked not to abuse drugs. So if taking paracetamol, there is no side effect, why shouldn't you take paracetamol? Take it. But if you have alternative, perhaps you do not trust it, and you have alternative of prophetic medicine or herbal medicine, then it's your choice. But the most important thing, make sure when you are sick and there is availability of medicine, take medicine. Except if you do not have any means. I was signaled that the time is up, while some people are still raising up hands. Where were you people before? Okay. Sisters, do you people have any question from there? Sisters first, women first. Okay, now. Who is the person? Okay, you want to give? Now. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
My question is, if someone has a child out of wedlock, and this child has become a grown man, has worked and
Has what?
He has some things, and the child comes to die, and the father is still alive. Can the father inherit that child?
How? He cannot even claim the child. The child born out of wedlock is not his own child. So, cannot even claim the child in the Sharia. Do you understand? That is why it is very dangerous, those who are impregnating women outside marriage. You understand? Allah Ta'ala. Any other question? Okay, Abu Amin, perhaps the person has come. He's outside. Okay, ask. Ask. Wa alaikum salam. We can't hear you. We have only 1 minute. Wa alaikum salam.
Last time, you said that the sisters do not call their husband, and a brother do not call his wife mommy. Then what about that call their husband? That
Is there any sister calling her husband daddy?
Yes.
Your dad. Abu.
Yes.
Father, Abu. Abu means father now. It doesn't mean my father. It didn't mean my father. Of course, it's a father now. But where the problem is going to come when you are going to say my daddy. You understand? So let's avoid this kind of laughs. It can actually bring a lot of issues. So that you should know that you are not a daddy to your wife. Now. Now. Okay, you are asking whether prophetic medicine is to have side effects. Definitely. Even the food you eat today, eat it before you sleep again. It might have side effects. Everything taken in excess would have side effects. You want to what? No comment. It's question that we want. Now. Wa alaikum salam.
Let's assume a non-Muslim accepts Islam today.
Sisters, it's okay, please.
Is it mandatory for them to join us to fast tomorrow?
Yes, except if there is any reason why she should not fast. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla, may He grant us beneficial knowledge. And we pray, may Allah Azza wa Jalla, may He forgive our mistakes wherever we might have gone wrong. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Where did you go since? Assalamu alaikum.